Nah, this is wild. This is wild. That little baby, that poor baby, she needs an intervention. Um, and this is what I talk about often on my platform is spiritual psychosis, because it's real, okay? There is a fine line between understanding the nature of spirituality in conjunction and in relation to science and not having any logic behind the supernatural things that we experience. There's whole college courses on understanding how spirituality, we can bring logic to spirituality and science to spirituality, like parapsychology, and even some of the things that we don't really associate with spirituality but are very tied into spirituality, like theologian school and things of that nature. So as an ordained minister, I wanted to go ahead and offer something that theologians call a harmonization, right? And it is fitting for me to call myself a theologian because I did study religions for over 2 decades. And I am an certified ordained minister. And so I understand how these different types of discussions need to be had and why, and I can offer counsel on this. Now, the first thing I want to do is make a clarification. The color of your skin has nothing to do with your integrity, your character, your power, your ability to have access to your divine birthright and gifts. Okay? This is not a conversation about hate. So let's start there before anything else. Let's lay the groundwork. This is not about hate towards YT people or hate towards black and brown people or any peoples at all. This is not about cultural divide. This is a conversation about respecting cultures and respecting each other's boundaries and spirituality, and also and always respecting sacred, spiritual, universal law. As a YT person, you cannot, and if you're YT passing and you have mixed heritage, which is something that this person that I'm talking about oftentimes uses as an excuse to antagonize black and brown people in the spiritual community, saying that she's using some form of Egyptian, African magic to take people's ancestors from them. That's the problem. As most of you probably already understand, that's a huge problem. And she's not the only one who runs around the internet streets doing this type of stuff, which is something that we call fear magic, okay? Don't mind my background. I'm outside and it's raining. It's actually really nice out here. I'm just watching the teens out here, making sure that they're on their best behavior. But yeah, I watch out for the neighborhood kids. I'm mama, okay? All kids are my kids. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, so if you go ahead and you can see my original reply or response, I should say, to a video that this YT passing, claiming to be mixed heritage, a girl is spreading the message that she's spreading of fear within the spiritual community. And I did a response to that. And so you can even see like her original video, and then you can follow her, and not follow her, but you know what I mean? You can go to her page and see what type of content she has for yourself, if you are so interested, okay? See, the bottom line about this is that you should never abuse your powers, and you should never abuse spiritual systems. Anybody who actually knows me knows that I have a lot of love and respect for people in general, for the human race, no matter what culture, creed, nationality, sexuality, political party that you are, because I've healed and evolved past the ignorance of believing the stereotype narratives that say, well, if you look like this and you say these things, that must mean this about you. Well, those are called logical fallacies, and you only think that way and feel that way when you're ignorant. Once you're evolved, you actually can use your chakra centers for your intuition to actually feel out energy, and then you're also less quick to judge, so that you can be filled in with more information and facts for the proper information. And this is how, this is the idea of turning every stone and gaining wisdom and knowledge and becoming wiser. When you prejudge too quick based off of shallow things, you block your ascension, you block your ability to grow, learn, and become wise. You block the development of your discernment as well. You stay calcified and ignorant. So just know that this message has no type of hate or anything behind it. It has it's fueled by absolute love and protection. Sometimes the energy of protection can be confusing to some people because maybe they still haven't dealt with their trauma. Maybe they don't realize that hey, it's okay to stick up for yourself, and it's okay to stick up for others too. You know what I mean? And that doesn't have to look a certain way. Right? It doesn't have to be a prescribed brand of PC. We want you to march instead of write a letter instead of yell. You know what I mean? Looking ass. But anyway, some of us don't want to write letters. Okay? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are going to march in your house. If you're out there stealing food out of babies' mouths and feeding them to the crocodiles. All right? Letters don't work for certain things. And you know that. So let's all stop acting like we don't know that. Let's stop making the people who defend themselves after being harmed seem like the bad guy. Because just as soon as you want to defend yourself because you haven't had enough, you hate to be made victim shamed, right? So there's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in the mix with this whole conversation. And people are letting their emotions convolute the point. The point is, get off the internet trying to scare people and lie to people about what you have and what you can do. Some of us are psychic and see right through you, and we don't need to be co-signed by anybody. We're not looking to get anybody's approval or anything. We're just trying to, help people, heal people, and stay out the way. Do you see what I'm saying? And sometimes that requires confronting things. And that's okay. We can handle it. But I just... thank you so much, Cult of Goddess, for this comment. It's sad that she thinks that. It is. It's really sad that she thinks that she needs help. I hope she gets all the help that she needs. Anybody who's came on my page recently and spammed it because you're mad that I am breaking the spell of disillusionment and fear that y'all are trying to cast on random, unwitting, strangers on the internet, you stay mad. Because I'm walking Moldavite, baby. I'm going to keep on shattering those stereotypes. I'm going to keep shattering those delusions. And I'm going to keep on marching to the tune of decolonization, okay? For all races. Because we all have been harmed by colonization. Let me make that clear if I haven't made that clear before. And anyone who's on the wrong side of history is an enemy of me. You understand? I don't care what color you are. If you don't have compassion in your heart and you don't respect other people's struggles and you can't keep it real and you don't even try to understand, well, that's problematic. And I just need you to get out of my way, respectfully. All right. Y'all be safe out here in these internet streets. Be good to yourself and definitely be good to others.